Can a country smaller than many global cities truly defend itself against powerful neighbors? This is the question that has surrounded Singapore for decades. A nation with limited land, no natural resources, and a population smaller than some major world armies. Yet Singapore stands as one of the most fortified and technologically advanced defense powers on Earth. How is that even possible? In this video, we'll uncover the incredible story of how Singapore, the world's smallest yet mightiest militia, transformed its vulnerability into unmatched strength. From its compulsory military service to advanced weapon systems, from air superiority to cyber defense, Singapore's strategy is built on precision, intelligence, and national unity. Despite being just a small red dot on the map, Singapore is anything but defenseless. Its defense model has become a benchmark for small nations worldwide. But how exactly does it sustain such power with so little land? How does it manage to deter threats in a region filled with military giants like China, Indonesia, and Malaysia? Stay with us as we explore the 10 powerful pillars that make Singapore's defense one of the most unique, disciplined, and effective in the modern world. By the end of this video, you'll understand why no one dares underestimate this tiny nation. The power of national service. When it comes to defending Singapore, every citizen plays a role. Since 1967, national service, NS, has been the backbone of the nation's defense strategy. Every male citizen and permanent resident must serve in the armed forces, police, or civil defense for 2 years. This law wasn't just about building soldiers, it was about building unity and resilience. National service instills a sense of shared responsibility. Singapore understood early that with a population of just over 5 million, it couldn't afford a large standing army. Instead, it trained its people to be ready, always. Today, over 900,000 Singaporeans are NS trained, making it one of the world's most efficient reserve forces per capita. This massive reserve system ensures that in the event of a crisis, the country can mobilize rapidly. The discipline, patriotism, and camaraderie formed through NS make Singapore's defense system not just a military operation, but a national movement. It's this deep connection between citizens and defense that turns a small population into a united front. Technological superiority over manpower. Singapore knew it couldn't compete with big armies in numbers, so it decided to compete in brains and technology. The Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, invests heavily in automation, artificial intelligence, and advanced weaponry. The country spends nearly 3% of its GDP on defense, one of the highest proportions in Asia. Instead of relying on manpower, Singapore focuses on precision. It operates cutting-edge F-15SG and F-35 stealth fighters, advanced Leopard 2SG tanks, and guided missile systems that rival those of much larger nations. These weapons are supported by a state-of-the-art command network that integrates air, land, sea, and cyber domains seamlessly. This focus on quality over quantity ensures that every soldier, every vehicle, and every aircraft operates at peak efficiency. By using smart warfare technologies and surveillance systems, Singapore can detect and neutralize threats long before they reach its shores. It's a modern David armed with digital slingshots. The air dominance strategy. Singapore's air force is considered one of the most powerful in Southeast Asia. Despite its small land size, the Republic of Singapore Air Force, RSF, operates with unmatched precision and reach. It controls a fleet of advanced fighter jets, aerial tankers, and surveillance aircraft that give it an edge even against much larger militaries. What's truly impressive is Singapore's ability to train and operate beyond its borders. Since local airspace is limited, Singapore has military training agreements with countries like the United States, Australia, France, and India, allowing its pilots to train in vast skies. This global training strategy ensures Singapore's airmen are always ready for real-world missions. Singapore's air force is not just defensive, it's strategic. It ensures total air control in times of crisis, protecting trade routes, deterring invasions, and maintaining quick response capability. The nation may be small, but its air reach spans continents. Strategic alliances and military diplomacy. Singapore knows it cannot stand entirely alone, so it builds powerful friendships. The nation maintains strong defense partnerships with the United States, Australia, and key ASEAN allies. It participates in joint exercises like Pitch Black and RIMPAC, where it trains alongside superpowers. By engaging in multilateral defense cooperation, Singapore ensures it stays connected to the world's most advanced militaries. This isn't dependency, it's strategic collaboration. Through the five-power defense arrangements FPDA with the UK, Australia, New Zealand and Malaysia, Singapore has mutual defense support, giving it credibility and security. These alliances act as a deterrent. Any potential aggressor knows that Singapore isn't isolated. It's part of a network of powerful military friendships. The naval shield Singapore's navy, though small, is exceptionally modern. The Republic of Singapore Navy, RSN, guards one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, the Strait of Malacca. To secure its waters, the RSN operates stealth frigates, submarines, and missile corvettes, all equipped with advanced radar and weapon systems. This navy ensures Singapore's economic lifeline, trade, remains uninterrupted. With over 90% of its goods coming by sea, Singapore's naval defense is directly tied to its survival. Its maritime surveillance systems can detect threats hundreds of miles away, allowing preemptive response. Singapore's navy isn't just about defense, it's about projection. Through joint maritime missions and anti-piracy operations, it demonstrates strength and global cooperation. Total defense, the civilian factor. What makes Singapore's defense truly unique is its concept of total defense. Introduced in 1984, it combines 6 pillars: military, civil, economic, social, digital, and psychological defense. This means every citizen, not just soldiers, is part of national security. Singaporeans are trained to respond during crises, whether it's a military threat, a pandemic, or a cyber attack. The education system teaches students to be resilient, resourceful, and patriotic. This makes Singapore's population mentally and emotionally ready for any challenge. Total defense transforms Singapore from a small state into a self-sustaining fortress, one where unity is the greatest weapon. Intelligence and cyber warfare. In the digital age, wars aren't fought only with tanks and missiles, but with data and code. Singapore invests heavily in intelligence and cyber defense. Its cybersecurity agency and defense cyber organization monitor threats from hostile actors 24/7. The nation also builds its own digital weapons capable of detecting, neutralizing, and even countering cyber attacks. With over 70% of its economy dependent on technology, cybersecurity is now as critical as air defense. By integrating AI surveillance, smart analytics, and satellite monitoring, Singapore stays several steps ahead of any enemy, physical or digital. Constant modernization and training abroad. Singapore doesn't rest on its achievements. The SAF constantly evolves, upgrading its hardware, tactics, and doctrines. Soldiers train in international environments, from deserts in Australia to mountains in the United States. This exposure builds unmatched adaptability. By training overseas, Singapore's forces overcome their geographic limitations. The result? A globally experienced military capable of fighting in any terrain. Every year, new technologies, drones, and autonomous vehicles are added to enhance combat readiness. This commitment to constant learning keeps Singapore's defense sharper than ever. Strong leadership and military discipline. Singapore's military is shaped by its leaders, disciplined, visionary, and deeply respected. Leaders like Lee Kuan Yew emphasized that defense isn't optional, it's survival. This philosophy flows through every level of the SAF. Singapore's command system values merit, efficiency, and professionalism. Corruption is nearly non-existent in the military, ensuring decisions are made for national interest alone. Discipline is drilled into every recruit, creating a military culture that values precision and performance. This disciplined system is why Singapore's small army operates like a high-tech machine, efficient, dependable, and unstoppable. Geography, smart defense planning, and deterrence. Finally, Singapore's geography, though small, is strategically used. Its defense planners have built underground command centers, rapid response bases, and smart bunkers across the island. Every inch of land is designed for dual use, civilian in peace, military in crisis. The nation's deterrence strategy is simple: make any potential attack too costly. With advanced weapons, alliances, and rapid mobilization, Singapore's message is clear: we may be small, but we are never weak. This approach has kept Singapore safe for decades. The result? Zero military conflict since independence, not by luck, but by preparation. So, can Singapore defend itself? Absolutely, and more. What Singapore lacks in size, it makes up for in unity, intelligence, and precision. Its people are its soldiers, its technology is its shield, and its alliances are its armor. While other nations rely on geography or population, Singapore relies on strategy. It's proof that defense isn't about numbers, it's about mindset. In a volatile region filled with uncertainties, Singapore remains a fortress of stability, discipline, and innovation. The world's smallest militia may not have millions of soldiers, but it has something far more powerful: a nation that refuses to be vulnerable. So the next time someone calls Singapore a small dot, remember, that tiny dot shines brighter than most when it comes to defending itself.